No, I don't know what
No,
that is.
The gist of the changes are to change recommendation to requirements and shall to shall not, and requirements. I mean, I think if you had, has everybody had a chance to look through the amended version?
Yeah.
Trustee, maybe you want to go through this and make sure that we're all on the same page? I know we all read it, but at the same time.
I've gone through it, you know, the biggest difference is where certain recommendations he's put requirements in. At the end, we changed the date to October, or September 30th, and then crossed out December 31st, 2014. We did add, no officer shall command fire brigade emergency activities until they are successfully completed. Training, education, consistent with their duties and functions. Officers fire brigade emergency command activities shall be reassigned to an appropriately trained member until the officer has received required training and education. I don't have a problem with that, but I have a problem with the date.
Yeah, same here. The September 30th date is precluding any chance that anybody in that department throws their hat in now, or possibly even a write-in candidate gets, just doesn't stand a chance. So, for me, I want it to go back to the December 31st, because that's when, if we do what proposed here, that's the mandatory date. These requirements are hard and fast. But in the meantime, it's very clear to everybody, they are requirements, right?
Yes.
I think
I'm wondering if the date matters too much. I don't know who's taking courses, I don't know when they're going to finish it. Because we have this language that says there's going to be someone in command that does have fire officer.
No,
The date does matter because
yes,
there's a provision in there that says they're going to be removed after
Right.
that certain date.
exactly.
So
Okay.
we do need to get the date right.
Yes.
And we need to make sure the officers are going to be able to comply with whatever date we choose.
And by setting that hard deadline, it doesn't allow potential candidates, whether it's the current ones or anybody else might throw their hat in the ring. Again, right now, the only ones that got a chance is write-ins, okay? But it simply says, either do it or don't. You know, if you're not going to meet the commitment of that deadline, don't do it.
You won't.
Yeah, you won't be accepted. No, and if at some point some unique thing arises, I don't know, like if someone moves in from Poughkeepsie and they've had an extra number of years, but they don't have the, and you know, they've met all the qualifications for officer training, but they don't have the experience here in the department, yet the longevity in the department, this board does have the option of saying, okay, you have met the credentials, you've met the equivalent of blah, 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 to OFPC. I did like that fact, Mayor, that you, I asked you to clarify what equivalency meant, and you went to the OFPC, which is a good language, and I like that part of it. But if something unique comes in, this board, the village board, has the ability at that point to recognize that uniqueness and deal with it.
Go ahead.
So, Trustee May, since you, the one that made the original motion, has been on the floor and being well debated, and the mayor's looking to make an amendment to it, I again ask, you know, if you're comfortable with what these amendments are going to be, the date being set at December 31st. And if you are, then we need to get them, you either need to withdraw your motion, or, which I myself would do, or ask for it to be amended for the mayor's.
Move the next amendment to the mayor.
And I'll second
With
it.
that, with the understanding of December 31st, 2014.
And I'll second it.
It's okay with me. I think for 2 out of the 3, they can't do it by October. We still do not know whether this was gonna pass with PESH, but we'll see.
The document from your argument is stronger now, from your argument, than when Trustee May presented it, and by all indications at that so far, is we believe that you'll find that acceptable.
Well, we will find out, I guess, I mean,
Well-
and we can all,
You have to be careful
We-
as well, Mayor, how you state it to them. If you state it to them right,
it's
Yeah,
gonna
if
be
you say it
stated
to
to them in black and white.
if you state it to them with a little bias in the tone, it probably won't be.
Black and white, no bias.
Okay, greatly appreciated.
And-
So, right now,
Vote on that
we're voting on the amendment, right?
Yeah.
The
Correct.
mayor's
The
amendment.
mayor's amendment.
Yep, it's been
And it's
motion
clear to
second.
everybody what we're voting on, it's this, with the one change of December 31st instead of September 30th.
Obviously, we'll also have to change October 1 to January 1.
Correct.
Right.
On the second page.
Yes, just clarifies January 1st, you're done, you don't have it.
Any more discussion?
Now, what's for dinner?
Seeing none?
Trustee Brooks. Yes. Trustee Erb.
Yes.
Trustee Jets.
Yeah.
Trustee Lutton.
Yes.
Trustee Vay.
Yes.
Trustee Garrett.
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes.
All right.
I'd just like to say a couple of things that people in their comments have talked about. The first one is, none of this is in front of us by our choice. This is in front of us because there were pest violations that we had to address. As we all know, these kind of issues come up when there's problems and are put by the wayside when there's not. And I gotta agree with Andy McDowell that there is a difference between paperwork and in-the-field experience. However, what pest recognizes and objective measurement can tell is a course, a paperwork, something that can be objectively measured by everybody. And that's what pest insists on, and that's what we have to insist on, to do the right thing both by village residents and by volunteer firefighters and volunteer emergency people of all stripes. That's all. Okay.
He feels better.
Yes, yes.
I just have a concern in regards to the motion that went through in the fire department and the chiefs of qualifications, because I don't know if PASH put a date on that, in the sense that they have to be educated and qualified by December 31st, or if they wanted it before they even hit the ballot, because to be voted in, they should be qualified.
I
And
think
then-
those, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm just concerned because the safety of everybody in the fire department, the general public, and as a taxpayer, they do their fines retroactive. So that would be a mighty big fine if that does not satisfy them. And the other thing is in regards to, if they're not qualified to be at the scene for incident commander, how do you know who is qualified at the scene? I mean, if our chiefs and our officers aren't trained, how do we know those below them have the proper training in order to become the incident commander? That's a big concern.
Thank you. Any other comments? Going twice.
I can make one more.
I'll entertain a move to adjourn.
I so move.
Move to adjourn,
Second.
seconded, unanimous.
Aye.
Thank you.
Yeah.